Christmas, crazy Christmas deal. It's post-Christmas, it's pre-Christmas, it's all of the Christmas. Ho, 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 it's a sale. It's gonna go, go, go. Come on down and pull a cracker. It'll go bang in your face and you'll take whatever comes out. Yay! Christmas pineapple on a tree. Take 2 baubles, take 3. We don't care how many baubles. Take a candle. Set fire to your Christmas tree. Set fire to your life. If you're thinking Christmas is a way off and the blockade is getting you down, stock might be low, but the prices are lower. We've even had to get crazy creative, and we've got specials on all of the furniture with tinsel. We've got furniture without tinsel. We got Christmas furniture. We got pre-Christmas Christmas furniture. It's a cracker of a deal, a crazy deals. Yay! We got crazy Christmas dots. We got crazy Christmas dots in hats. We got crazy Christmas dots in hats and jumpers. If you're feeling hungry, don't feel down in the mouth. You can have a dog on a log. And remember, a dog isn't for life. It's just for Christmas to eat. It's a crazy deal at Crazy Deals. We've got elves on trees. We've got trees on elves. If you want to know where the elf on the shelf is, we've got elves on elves. Bend over and ready for you to take home. We got naughty Christmas nativities with naughty Christmas figurines. We got crazy Christmas num bums. We've got crazy Christmas big bums. It's the 6th Mrs. Crazy Neil used to say to me, bang, bang, bang. She had to go, but I still love Christmas. Christmas without her is not the same, but I don't care because I'm insane. Come on down to Crazy Neil's for your Christmas needs. Wife's not included.
Töre, ich habe gehört, wir machen heute wieder Nachrichten, die neutraler nicht sein könnten. Ja, es gibt viel zu sagen seit dem letzten Mal. Wir haben ja gehört, dass irgendwelche Atomsprengsätze hochgegangen sind und es wurde damit gedroht von Advance, dass es noch weitere geben könnte oder geben soll, die bei Bedarf gezündet werden. Und mit diesen tollen Worten, die so erbaulich sind, starten wir einfach mal in den nächsten Tag oder die nächsten Tagen. Oh Gott. Sieht hier so ein bisschen aus wie roter Teppich. Wie so Interviews am Telefon, keine Ahnung. Naja. Tag 371. Eine angemessene Antwort. Den Rest deiner Schicht erlebst du wie durch einen Schleier. Immer wieder geistern dir dieselben Worte durch den Kopf. Haben Advance-Agenten nukleare Sprengköpfe gezündet? Ersten Schätzungen zufolge gehen die Todeszahlen in die Millionen. Ist das gerade wirklich passiert? Ja, das waren ja so ein bisschen die Meldung, was vorgelesen wurde. Du biegst in deiner Einfahrt ein, kannst dich aber nicht an die Fahrt erinnern. Das Licht im Flur ist an. Es ist wohl noch jemand wach. Die Tür zur Wohnzimmer knarzt, als du sie öffnest. Sam sitzt auf dem Sofa und starrt auf den Fernseher. Der ist jedoch ausgeschaltet. Day ist offenbar in Gedanken verloren. Ja, okay. Was soll sie? Ist offenbar in Gedanken verloren. Ja. Du setzt dich daneben und versuchst, nicht die richtigen Worte zu finden. Warum steht jetzt immer Day? Sie sieht dich nicht an, hebt aber den Arm, um deine Hand in deren zu nehmen. Aus der Nähe siehst du die Tränen, die Sams Wangen hinablaufen. Unsere Kleine? Ja, das war ja meine Frage, die ich in den Raum gestellt habe. Wie es denn Susi geht, ob sie überhaupt gut geht? Ich weiß es nicht, was ich machen soll. Was können wir denn schon tun, verdammt? Diese Schweine haben Susi getötet und Millionen von anderen. Wegen ihrem beschissenen Krieg, den wir nie wollten. Hinter den Tränen siehst du ein Feuer lodern. Einen rohen Zorn, den du noch nie zuvor in Sam gesehen hast. Ich hasse sie, Alex. Ich weiß, du hast Advance immer unterstützt, aber nach dieser Sache... Sie sind Monster. Ich muss wissen, dass dir klar ist, dass wir ihnen nicht mehr helfen können. Advance hat getan, was nötig war. Ich bin froh, dass sie zum Äußersten bereit waren, um alle zu beschützen. So einfach ist das in meinen Augen nicht. Das Land leidet. Dieser Krieg muss ein Ende haben. Diese Tat lässt sich durch nichts rechtfertigen. Und jeder, der das versucht, ist genauso schlimm wie sie. Das wäre jetzt so meine persönliche Antwort. Da ich aber schon mehrmals ja gesagt habe, dass wir bei diesem Durchlauf hier pro Advance sind. Das hier wäre jetzt zu viel des Guten. Nehmen wir doch mal die neutralste Antwort davon. Alex, das kannst du doch nicht ernst meinen. Advance hat eine Grenze überschritten. Das dürfen wir nicht tolerieren. Sam nimmt deine Hände in deren und blickt dich an. Die Anspannung in deren Stimme ist. Warum wird jetzt eigentlich von Sam als nicht näher bestimmtem Geschlecht gesprochen? War das sonst nicht? Also die Anspannung in ihrer Stimme ist deutlich zu hören. Ich bleibe jetzt einfach bei der weiblichen Form, weil ich einfach mal von Anfang an wieder davon ausgegangen bin, dass das eine Frau. Aber ich glaube, so wirklich festgelegt wurde sie eigentlich nie. Man kann ja nicht neutral bleiben. Advance hat unsere Tochter getötet, Alex. Das werde ich ihnen niemals vergeben. Niemals. Und wenn du das kannst... Du hast recht, es ist unverzeihlich. Sam, bitte, es ist nicht alles schwarz und weiß. Sie hatten keine Wahl. Advance hat der Welt gezeigt, dass sie alles tun würden, um uns zu beschützen. Und nur das zählt. Beschützen ist ja alles gut und schön, aber... Atomsprengköpfe oder Sprengsätze in anderen Ländern hochgehen lassen? Es ist nicht alles schwarz und weiß. Sam stößt ein leises Schluchzen aus, steht auf und geht zum Kamin. Wenn unsere Familie nichts bedeutet, was hat das dann alles noch für einen Sinn? Sie hält inne und nimmt ein Foto von eurer Hochzeit vom Kaminsims. Aber bevor du antworten kannst, suchst du dich erschrocken, denn Sam schleudert den mentalen Bilderrahmen in deine Richtung. Metallenen, nicht den mentalen. Raus aus meinem Haus. Verpiss dich, Alex. Du gehst schneller aus dem Wohnzimmer und machst gerade noch rechtzeitig die Tür hinter dir zu, bevor ein weiterer Gegenstand dagegen fliegt und zersplittert. Du bleibst mit dem Rücken zur Tür stehen und lauschst, ob noch weitere Geschosse in deine Richtung geschleudert werden. Aber du hörst nichts als Sams Schluchzen von der Holztür gedämpft. Schweigend nimmst du deinen Schlüssel und trittst hinaus in die Nacht, ohne zu wissen, wohin du gehst. Das wird schon wieder, oder? Tag 380. Ein letzter Abschied. Die letzte Woche ist wie im Fluge vergangen. Es gab jede Menge zu tun und doch war alles gleich vergessen. Die Erinnerung verschwand in einem finsteren Nebel. 9 Tage sind seit der sogenannten Befreiungsnacht und dem Beginn von Advance neuer Zukunft vergangen. Du gehst in die Kirche und bist erstaunt, wie viele Leute gekommen sind, um mit dir zu trauern. Jeder ist aus demselben Grund gekommen, teilt denselben Schmerz, denselben Verlust. Es steht jedem ins Gesicht geschrieben, auch dir. Du löst dich von den anderen, um deine Gedanken zu sammeln. Deine Tochter, einfach weg. Sam hat mit dir seit jenem Abend nicht gesprochen. Keiner von euch ist bereit, klein beizugeben. Jetzt hat es allerdings keine Bedeutung. Deine Gedanken drehen sich nur noch um Susie. Es gab nicht einmal einen Sarg zum Begraben. Tag 412. Das Ende einer Ära. Als du nach einem langen Arbeitstag in deine Wohnung kommst, wartet dort ein dicker gepolsterter Umschlag auf dich. Du hast dich immer noch nicht daran gewöhnt, wie still es ist, seit du alleine lebst, daher schaltest du das Radio ein, bevor du dich mit dem Umschlag an den Esstisch setzt. Vorsichtig sprichst du das Siegel und entnimmst den Inhalt. An Alex Winston. Wir setzen Sie hiermit darüber in Kenntnis, dass Sam Winston uns beauftragt hat, ein Scheidungsverfahren einzuleiten. Dir rutscht das Herz in die Hose. Du hattest gehofft, dass die Trennung nur vorübergehend ist, aber da hast du dich offensichtlich getäuscht. Du blickst dich in einem kleinen Einzimmer-Apartment um und denkst an Charlie. Susie hast du schon verloren. Nun versucht Sam auch noch, dir deinen Sohn wegzunehmen. Der Lärm aus dem Radio klingt plötzlich nur noch wie Nägel auf einer Tafel. Du wischst das Gerät wütend von der Arbeitsplatte. Der Lärm hallt in deinem leeren Zuhause wieder. Errungenschaft. A change of scenery. Und das sind verdammt viele Tage. Tag 713. Ein akademischer Exodus. Es scheint ein ganz gewöhnlicher Morgen zu sein, aber als du im Büro ankommst, hat sich im Pausenraum eine kleine Menschenmenge versammelt. Du fängst an, dir deine erste Tasse Tee für heute zuzubereiten und schnappst dabei immer wieder ein paar aufgeregte Gesprächsfetzen auf. Hast du es noch nicht gehört? Ja, es ist schon wieder jemand verschwunden. Der wievielte war das jetzt bitte schon? Oh, es sind bestimmt schon über 100. Es wurden bestimmt noch nicht alle gemeldet oder überhaupt bemerkt. Entschuldigung, was ist denn los? Eine aufgeregte junge Frau dreht sich zu dir um und beginnt zu erklären. Es ist schon wieder ein Professor verschwunden von der Greensview University. Nach den ganzen anderen vermissten Fällen im letzten Jahr, Wissenschaftler, Ärzte, Forscher, ist die Lage klar. Sie hält inne und spricht dann im Flüsterton weiter. Das Stoff versucht, Kritiker verstummen zu lassen. Angeblich hat Advance sogar Mühe, weitere. Eine tiefe, vertraute Stimme hinter dir unterbricht sie. Was ist hier bitte los? Na, ist das Boosman? Plötzlich wird es still im Raum und alle drehen sich zur Tür. Ja, Boosman räuspert sich, bevor er weiterspricht. Ich habe es schon einmal gesagt, ich will von diesem angeblichen vermissten Fällen nichts hören. Kommt schon, Leute. Advance hat ganz klar gesagt, dass man vor ihnen keine Angst haben muss. Sie sind also nicht unser Problem und solange sie nicht anfangen, Cappuccinos als intellektuell einzustufen, hat hier, glaube ich, niemand etwas zu befürchten. Also, zurück an die Arbeit. Als alle anderen den Raum verlassen, hebt Boosman die Hand, um sich aufzuhalten. Pass auf, unter uns. Die Anweisung, nichts zu unternehmen, kommt von ganz oben. Ich kann da nichts machen. Es wäre also schön, wenn du nicht weiter davon redest. Und sorg dafür, dass auch die Nachrichten diese Richtlinie entsprechen, ja? Er tätschelt dir den Arm und grinst dich an, bevor er verschwindet, um üblich seinem Tagewerk nachzugehen. Wie auch immer das aussehen mag. Die Verstaatlichung ist wohl in vollem Gange, was auch immer man davon halten mag. Also dürfen wir in den Nachrichten nichts von Vermissten erwähnen. Es sind wieder sehr viele Tage. Tag 850, der Beginn einer großen Karriere. Hauptsache mein Vermögen ist konstant bei, kann sich Kaffee leisten. Du trommelst ungeduldig mit den Fingern auf dem Lenkrad herum, während du mal wieder auf Charlie wartest. Es ist ja schön, dass die Kadetten des Zusammenhalts ihm Spaß machen und er so begeistert dabei ist. Aber muss er wirklich jede Woche länger bleiben, um noch beim Aufräumen zu helfen? Es ist ja schließlich auch dein Samstagabend. Schließlich siehst du, wie er grinsend herauskommt. Das heißt, Sam lässt ihn weiterhin, naja, bei dieser komischen Gruppe da von Advance, obwohl sie ja verständlicherweise gegen Advance ist. Du kannst nicht anders, als auch zu grinsen. Dein Frust verschwindet, als du ihn so aufrichtig glücklich siehst. Ich weiß, meine Betonung ist heute wieder super on point hier beim Listenal. Furchtbar. Nachdem Charlie seine Freundin zum Abschied umarmt hat, kommt er zum Auto und steigt ein. Was ist denn hier los in letzter Zeit? Und Texten. Er ist vor Aufregung ganz rot im Gesicht. Und wie war, setzt du an, bevor er platzt freudig dazu. Gott. Oh Gott. Bringt ja nicht mal. Jetzt lese ich ja auch schon falsch. Ja. Und wie war, setzt du an, aber er platzt freudig dazwischen. Weißt du was? Was? Du spielst lächelnd mit, oder? Okay, Charlie, beruhig dich und sag mir einfach, was los ist. Wir spielen mit. Also, die Kadetten des Zusammenhalts sind natürlich ein Sprungbrett, um mal BGZ zu werden. Wir haben also einen Vorsprung, wenn wir uns dafür bewerben. Sprudeln ist aus Charlie heraus. Er stolpert fast über seine eigenen Worte. So versessen ist er darauf, dir zu erklären, wie großartig diese Neuigkeit ist. Tja, und am nächsten Jahr werden die besten 5% aller Kadetten in ein spezielles Programm aufgenommen, um MGZ zu werden, Manager für Gemeinschaftszusammenhalt. Und rate mal, wer dabei ist. Er strahlt dich an. Das ist ja toll, Charlie. Wir sind so stolz auf dich. Aha, und was genau macht so ein Manager für Gemeinschaftszusammenhalt? Das würde mich schon interessieren, aber wir freuen uns natürlich einfach mal erstmal für unseren Sohn. Aber BGZ, das war ja, naja, wie ich das nennen soll. Der stark regierungsmeinungsvertretende Polizist, kann man das so ausdrücken? Mit einem Grinsen, das von einem Ohr bis zum anderen reicht, lehnt er sich zurück. Ja, ich bin so froh, dass ich zu den Kadetten gegangen bin. Ich muss das unbedingt allen erzählen. Du lachst. Das muss gefeiert werden. Wollen wir uns auf dem Heimweg was zu essen holen? Ja, Soko. Und während der restlichen Fahrt zählt Charlie alle Restaurants auf, die ihm einfallen. Es ist toll, ihn so glücklich zu sehen. Ich will gerade was Soko. heißen könnte. Offenbar ist es ja nicht kein Restaurant oder so. Tag 872. Ein Funke, der das Feuer entfacht. Du hast dir angewöhnt, am Wochenende früh aufzuwachen. Seit du allein lebst, musst du dich irgendwie beschäftigen. Du vermisst den Trubel und die Hektik des Familienalltags. Und da ist das Feuer. Du schaltest den Fernseher ein, während du dein Frühstück vorbereitest. Das ist ja wirklich ein Feuer. Da brennt irgendein Gebäude. Herzlich willkommen zu Breaking News. Im ganzen Land sind gestern Nacht große Flächen Ackerland in Flammen aufgegangen. Die Behörden sprechen von einem heimtückischen und gut geplanten Terrorakt der Gruppe, die sich Disrupt nennt. Du lässt deinen Löffel wieder in das Porridge fallen und machst lauter. Die Angriffe gestern Nacht richteten sich nicht nur gegen Lebensmittelgeschäfte, was Regierungsquellen zufolge schwere Auswirkungen auf universelle Menüzentren im ganzen Land haben wird, sondern auch gegen eine Reihe von BGZ-Einrichtungen und zivile Gebäude. Universelle Menüzentren klingt ja auch toll. Laut Premierministerin Julia Salisbury wurden bestimmte Gefängnisse und Umerziehungs- und Besserungseinrichtungen überfallen und eine geringe Anzahl problematischer und potenziell gefährlicher Personen wurde gewaltsam aus den rechtmäßigen Gewahrsam befreit. Also, Grammatik kann sich einfach mal so stehen. Du hältst den Atem an und wartest gebannt, ob Verletzte gemeldet werden. Glücklicherweise waren die BGZ auf ein solches Ereignis vorbereitet, während der Disruptor-Vergleich unorganisiert wirkte. Es gab zwar einige wenige Todesopfer, jedoch nur unter den Disrupt-Terroristen. Auf Seiten der BGZ wurden bei den verschiedenen Attacken im ganzen Land dagegen nur 3 Beamte verwundet. Es wurden zahlreiche Disrupt-Aktivisten festgenommen und inhaftiert. Sie werden demnächst in Besserungszentren verlegt. Wir berichten weiter, sobald neue Informationen vorliegen. Du gehst zum Fernseher, um ihn auszuschalten. Du sitzt allein in deinem stillen Einzimmer-Apartment und denkst über die Nacht des Feuers nach. Disrupt machen wirklich ernst. Wobei du das doofe Gefühl hast, dass das erst der Anfang war. Natürlich kommt deine Familie gut mit allem klar. Ja, auch natürlich. Wunschdenken. War bestimmt Wunschdenken gerade. Hoffentlich kommt deine Familie gut mit allem klar. Heieiei. Das wird auch bestimmt jetzt Thema der Nachrichtensendung sein, diese ganzen Disrupt-Aktionen. Tag 912. Der Ladetipp-Typ hat heute wieder mal frei. Das ist ja unerhört.
Eau de Beaubois. Eau de Beaubois. The dangerous new fragrance from Eye of the Beholder, formulated with all natural hydrogen sulfide. Eau de Beaubois. Because who cares?
Tag 912. Der Aufstand. 1,5 Jahre seit der Befreiungsnacht.
Can you hear me? Alex? Are you receiving? Calling. This is Alan James. The revolution starts tonight, Alex.
Yes, from
and
here.
to be frank, we need your help. I know you've never been that sympathetic to our cause, but since the bombs, well, you've seen what happened. They have to be stopped, Alex. You know it in your heart, and tonight, well, it might be our very last chance. Play our tape at the second break. It's on your right. And please, when I hack in, let my message reach the people just once, just tonight, before advance can't be stopped.
Because I don't want to go on a date with your cousin, Colin.
What have you got?
Wieder so tolles Band.
My dignity, my reputation.
It's all right once you get past the teeth and the problematic tattoo.
I am perfectly capable of messing up my own love life.
Sorry about that. David wouldn't get off the phone.
Oh, is David single?
For Christ's sake, Colin, stay out of it.
I can help you. I'm an expert at romance. Ask my ex-wives.
Please don't set me up with your brother. That's 10 seconds, everybody.
You're not as tight, babe.
Vor allem, ich erwähne dieses Funkgerät, dieses kleine da
Going
reingemogelt
in
hat.
5, 4, 3.
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News, broadcasting across the territories. My name is Megan Wolfe. Our top stories tonight. Ashes to ashes. It's been 40 days since Disrupt conducted attacks across the territories. The coordinated action, dubbed the Night of Fire by commentators, was seen as an attempt to subvert the supply chain, but there may have been more to it. While emergency services were all kept busy at the agricultural centres, it seems a series of covert attacks was carried out, including the freeing of political prisoners and, sources say, several assassination attempts. The Department of Betterment have declined to comment. Food, glorious food. With the last of the menu centres opening in territories 5, 8 and 14 today, Advance confirmed that the programme is now in full operation, providing free food for every citizen of the new future. What started as rationing during the 20-week war has blossomed into a social contract that is the envy of the unawakened world. Promising a healthy, nutritious diet designed to keep all citizens at peak performance, the menu centres used locally sourced produce for that farm-to-plate experience, without the need for spreading manure in your tighty-whities. Happy talk. Record happiness levels have been reported today across the territories. As more and more former countries join the new future, a survey carried out by scientists at Queensview University reveals a stunning fall in depression, self-harm and suicides, especially in those territories which have historically faced the most unjust of divisions. According to the professors, the binominal trajectories of the Bezier distribution show signs of becoming both inverted and protracted when dispersed over the square root of time. By applying Harrington's third law in conjunction with the vowels variation, we can clearly see that things are looking mathematically good for Julia Salisbury and Advance. Something's coming. Unsubstantiated rumours here in Territory 1 of armed protests tonight by increasingly desperate Disrupt terrorists. Despite the best efforts by the government, the self-styled resistance movement has continued to carry out a series of ever more extreme attacks. Increasingly unstable Disrupt spokesperson, the conspiracy nut Alan James, has not ceased in his lurid attempts to radicalise the public against Advance. And a few stories we've been following for a while reach their conclusions tonight. Swing low, sweet chariot. The national outbreak of low-hanging testicular syndrome has been finally traced back to the activities of Rimington's Fist. What had at first seemed like a booming success for Sophia Rimington's pet project has ended uncomfortably for men throughout the territories. A slightly tipsy Sophia, who resigned this morning, commented that the men should stop whinging before driving off so quickly that one photographer's foot and both of his nuts were run over in the kerfuffle after falling out of the bottom of his trousers. A painful end to a difficult reign for the youngest female CEO in history. Teleportainted? In a surprising turn of events, the remaining scientists of Dante's Taint seem to have vanished into thin air. After many months of silence, the rescue team finally reached the remote area to find them completely deserted. This strange, unknown piece of equipment was all that was found. Theories range from teleportation to time travel or just a half-finished hot tub. Johnstown, seen here extolling the virtues of the nutmeg to his congregation of fanatics, former footballer Johnny Hamsleeves has shocked the world by rebranding himself as the Right Reverend Holy John Love. The controversial preacher insists his followers make an annual pilgrimage to his bank from their commune in the grounds of his mansion, where daily services mainly involve football chants and ball worship. All that, plus we'll be taking a trip to Dangy Parks for the notice board, as well as getting a sneak peek at the hottest ticket in town. That's what's coming up on tonight's National Nightly News. But first, 500 days after the loss of a fine leader and a great man, the start of tonight's programme is dedicated to remembering and celebrating the life of Peter Clement. Patrick Bannon is live from Parliament Park, where Julia Salisbury will be breaking ground on what will soon be a memorial garden in Peter's honour. Patrick.
Listening to that old bitch lying through her teeth about missing that poor bastard.
Patrick.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
We're live.
Because I'm not being funny. Things were better with Peter, weren't they?
Patrick.
They were, and I don't mind saying it. They were, because he held her back. But now there's no stopping her.
Hello, Patrick, we're
Of
live.
course, can't say that, can I, Francis? No, not with public ownership. No, with public
Having a
ownership, you
little
can't say
problem with
anything these
Patrick's
days.
earpiece there.
Mal bei ihr.
She's lost it, mate. She's completely off the rocker. I heard from an aide that... Hello, Megan, you join me here live from the what? Hello, Megan, you join me here live from the what? Oh.
Seems like we've lost some signal there for a
Okay.
moment. Well, we will be going live to that groundbreaking ceremony just as soon as we can get Patrick back. Meanwhile, let me just say, I think the memorial gardens are going to be gorgeous. I've had a sneak peek at the designs and Alana Marsh has done a fabulous job. Oh, okay, all right, it seems like we have got the signal back. We can now go live to Patrick Bannon in Parliament Park. Patrick.
Thank you, Megan. I'm
Das ist nicht Patrick Bannon.
Patrick Bannon, and we are indeed live here. Apologies for the technical difficulties there, but any moment now, Julia Salisbury will step out on stage behind me.
Alex, Bozeman
and
here.
dedicate
The boys in
performance to
editing
a
have just
great
informed me that the eulogy footage isn't fully cut
Peter
together yet.
Clement.
You're going to have to do it on the fly. For goodness sake, make sure you make it look good.
Slowly gathering since this afternoon.
This is Alan. You can undermine them here and help us win hearts and minds. Make him look bad, Alex. Really bad.
And it seems like the ceremony is getting underway. Here is Prime Minister Julia Salisbury, the picture of elegance, to begin her address.
Good evening, fellow teammates and friends. 500 days ago, all of our lives changed irrevocably.
Was Soundeffekte
Still
einspielen hier?
reeling from the triumphs and tribulations of Liberation Night, another great loss befell the people of these newly united territories. The loss of a leader, a statesman, a dear friend, and a hero. Peter Gordon Clement.
Peter's death at the age of just 62, of course, announced by the team on the 24th of December, just 6 weeks after Liberation Night.
Born to a working-class family on a housing estate in Rotherham, Peter first trained as a carpenter before getting his start on television. First moving and building scenery, and then developing into the personality that we all knew and loved so much.
Just the Job first hit our screens over 25 years ago, running for 11 series, winning multiple awards, and charming audiences up and down the country.
Peter taught us, all of us, not to be content with the way things are, not to accept inequities, no matter how small. But he also taught us what it took to fight them. Courage, integrity, empathy, and hard, bloody graft.
Across a career spanning 3 decades, Peter Clement was known for shows including Wake Up, It's Saturday, and much later, late-night chat show PT, which at its peak drew millions of viewers.
Peter was by no means a saint. Trust me, he once told me he had more regrets than he'd had stolen dinners. He always did have a knack for a turn of phrase. But it speaks to the strength of his character that he chose to share with us his mistakes alongside his achievements, his faults as well as his talents. Peter had the heart to give it all he had for the people of these united territories.
Famous for his potty mouth, it's estimated conservatively that Peter Clement uttered over 1.5 million swear words during his career, though some sources put this figure well in excess of 2 million F-bombs alone.
Gripped by illness as he was in the weeks and months leading up to Liberation Night, he wasn't the man we loved. But his eyes still twinkled with that familiar joy for life, that spark of wit and wisdom of a life lived for others.
Prime Minister Clement, of course, died from apparent liver failure after suffering from the long-term effects of alcohol abuse.
I first met Peter nearly 20 years ago, moments before I was supposed to give a speech. Not unlike this one, actually. Only I'd spilt coffee all down myself, and I was young, nervous, desperate to be liked, and from behind me I heard, "Christ, pet, you've either pissed your kecks or sprung a leak, but either way you got a problem." And before I could even say a word, he stripped off his dry trousers and insisted I took them. That was the sort of man that Peter Clement was. Kind, compassionate, sensitive, a brilliant thinker, a natural leader.
Die hat noch wahrscheinlich beseitigt.
A good man. This glorious nation of ours, so beautiful and new, this shining beacon.
Maybe you could edit more in our favour next time. Things are about to get started. We have another chance to control the impression the public gets. You'll know when, Alex.
The future he forged, the boundaries he pushed. To me, he'll always be the man in his pants, cheering on a stranger at the back of the
Ja, ich halte schon mal kurz um.
It is my great honour to give to you the Peter Clement Memorial Garden. Should we see if we can get a countdown going? Everyone with me? 10, 9, 8, 7.
Okay.
Now, Alex, control the message.
I'm not leaving, I can't!
Oi!
You two, come with me! Don't panic! Help us here, look. We're gonna help you. We need a medic here! You need to be okay. You're gonna be okay. Just stay. Okay. You two, stay with him.
Mom, we have to stay by your side.
I am the Prime Minister, and if I give you an order, you will damn well follow it. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yes,
Yes,
Mom.
Mom. Keep your eyes open.
Who the fuck?
Okay, stay with me. Help me stay with me. We've got you. I've got you. Just stay with me. No. Stay with me. I need help now. Please, stay with me. We're going to request authorization. Centigrades are requested. Target approaching Songbird.
Target armed.
Target armed. Haven't you done enough? Look around you. This is what your precious freedom looks like, is it? Under fire! People of territory one, rise up!
Ich würde mal sagen, mittlerweile haben beide Seiten ordentlich Dreck am Stecken.
Lower your weapons now! Centigrade authorization was granted. None. It was unnecessary. Can't you see?
Will you turn that off, please, sir? I said, please turn that off. Please turn that off.
Shocking scenes from the capital there, exclusively on the National Nightly News, and our apologies to any of our viewers who might have found this evening's events upsetting. But at the National Nightly News, we believe in bringing you the raw, unedited truth as it happens. And we make no apology for that. We'll update you on the latest from this disrupt attack later in the programme, but when we come back, it's time for happier pursuits, and you know what that means by now. Don't go away. We'll be back after this. We'll be back.
Zeit für die Werbung.
Alex, I don't know what else to say. We need your help. I'm begging you.
It's becoming a weekly event. No, it's different tonight. This is the big one.
Great. So there's a revolution happening outside and we're off to Dandy fucking parks.
That's journalism, apparently.
We get set for the next sequence.
Hey, ein A plus immerhin. Ich ziehe auch weiterhin jetzt meinen Weg oder meinen Kurs mit Pro Advanced durch und versuche die halt im besten Licht darzustellen oder was auch immer. Persönlich, wenn ich jetzt außerhalb des Spieles hier da urteilen müsste, ja, würde mein Urteil ganz anders ausfallen. Weil natürlich die Partei hier mit Disrupt jetzt auch nicht viel besser ist, die da irgendwie Sprengsätze irgendwo in Menschenmassen losgehen lassen.
Alex, during this next section, a cameraman working in the newsroom who's one of us is going to get a coded location out. We don't know yet which camera he's on, but if we find out, I'll let you know. Just keep your eyes out for the fist and try and keep it on the air for at least 5 seconds. Our operatives will do the rest.
This is your new makeup artist, Craig?
No.
What?
No.
Da muss man überblicken, dass ich nicht auf seiner Seite bin.
Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News with me, Megan Wolf. Very shortly, we'll be heading on over to the final episode of what has quickly become a hugely successful feature, the notice board. But before we do, let's chat with Philippa Radin. Tell me, why do you think the public love the notice board so much?
It's real. There, I said it. It connects with people. You know, people look at us and they say, those are real people struggling with real problems.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying to my PA secretary as I got out the limo, I was saying, it's good for people to see normal, authentic people like them on TV.
People like you.
Yeah, precisely. Unfortunately, then I was interrupted by some dreadful wretch who wanted an autograph, but a swift kicking from security soon put him back in line.
Brach auch gerade Bände.
Yes, well, I think it's really good that our screens are filled with such relatable stories. So, the notice board is coming to an end after a sensational time at the top. What do you think has made this show so successful?
It's a combination of so many things. My hard work, my talent, my look.
Wow, you really have a lot to thank you for.
Hey. You're welcome.
We've just heard. Our man's on camera 4.
I have a real sense of responsibility now. You know, a sense I've been entrusted
Die Faust
with
versteckt.
something precious and that I should use that platform for good.
Yeah, I think that's really important, that we should use this platform to do good in the world. I agree.
That's exactly it. So I've decided to help as many underprivileged children as I
You blew that one, Alex. You there. See if you can get a message to...
Better access to education or, reducing child poverty.
can. No, by adopting as many as I can get my hands on.
Oh, okay. How many children have you adopted?
Oh, we're well into the double figures now, Megan. I stopped counting in the late 30s.
Goodness, that is a lot of children.
Yeah, once we finish putting them into the guest room, I'll have to put a futon in the laundry cupboard.
Oh, you really are some sort of hero.
Hey, I live a privileged life. What can I say? I mean, any child I can take on is a child rescued from suffering.
Poor children. Were
Was für
their
ein
lives
Geräusch hier?
really that bad before?
Oh, they're Northerns, I presume so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's shocking to think, actually, that only 1 in 10,000 children have a celebrity parent.
I'd never thought of it that way before.
And I'm doing everything I can to fix those
Hören da
numbers.
ständig irgendwelche Explosionen oder Hubschrauber?
Life that's so desirable then.
Relativ leise.
It's mainly shame and panic interspersed with expensive bottled water, so actually, if anyone wants to, I'd happily trade.
Now that I can relate to. Right, you better go off and get ready. That was Philippa Radin sharing some thoughts about her lifestyle. I think it's really important to stay grounded and keep everything in perspective. Clearly, not everyone else agrees, but that's enough for me.
Relativ leise, ich weiß nicht, ob ihr das auch hört.
Dangly parts for the final ever episode of the notice board.
Wird die Sendung wieder unterbrochen?
What a day! First the tea morning, and now to post this notice. I don't know how I managed to cope with it all. Oh wait, perhaps I do. Oh! By St. Barnabas, what on earth is all this?
Freeze, dirtbag!
Oh, Laura, it's you. I thought for a moment you were a knife-wielding mugger or stabber.
No, I'm afraid not. It's just me, a community cohesion officer, responsible for keeping crime at record lows.
Of course. Keep forgetting that thanks to you and your colleagues, violence on our streets is a thing of the past.
What's all this, Vicar?
I know! It's a disgrace. Somebody has defaced...
You might as well try and get the go code out, Alex. Some of the cells know the location. You need 3 boos for the next 3 sound effects. 3 boos in a row. Please. Lives depend on it.
It looks heavy.
Ha! They don't call me the Right Reverend. Ripped for no reason.
You missed it.
It's no good.
It looks like all those crucifix classes were a waste of time.
Perhaps you, a young CCO, would be able to move it.
Oh, you're fucking us, Alex.
Hier ist nicht dafür verantwortlich, komischer Kauz.
Looks like all those lifting classes were a waste of time.
It's too heavy, even for me, a strong and capable
Why
woman.
won't you help us? We're outnumbered, we're outgunned. What's wrong with you?
Did someone call for the best firefighter in town? Hi-ya!
Well done, Captain Evans. You're so much stronger than us.
Especially me, the weak old man.
It's the least I could do for my community.
No luck catching the little devil then?
Unfortunately not. The ferret struck again last night. When Ray opened the post office this morning, he found that every single stamp had been pre-licked.
What? God! Some people have no decency.
Sadly, if we don't catch him before tomorrow, we may have to cancel the village fete.
Don't worry, we won't let that happen. Will we, Vicar?
No, no, no. Laura, tell me, why do they call him the ferret?
Some say it's because of his sneaky nature. But really it's because whenever he strikes, he always leaves behind the foul stench of urine.
Never fear, officer. We'll catch this pissy nuisance and save the village fate. Or my name's not Captain Danger Evans.
Danger?
The community cohesion team are doing their best, but they simply don't have the smarts to solve this mystery. But I know someone who does. Someone who's about to blow this thing wide open. Me! Blackout!
It's the morning of the village fete, thanks to theatrical convention.
I sure hope
Das ist eine
everything
komische
goes to
Sendung.
plan. Oh, look! There's Mrs. Craven setting up her cake stall.
And look, there's the motorcycle display team setting up for a show that will be far too expensive for live television.
I'm going to set up the coconut shy. What are you doing, Vicar?
First, I'm running the tombola. Then, I'll be selling forgiveness for money.
Aren't you judging the jams?
I couldn't possibly.
Well, that sounded like Mrs. Craven. Looks like someone sucked all the jam out of her donuts.
That damn ferret has struck again!
Whatever are we to do?
Although I'm very competent, I have no idea how to solve this case.
I guess we'll just have to cancel the fate.
Hold it right there, ferret.
Me?
drinking from the fire extinguishers again?
Not you! The Vicar!
I don't know what you're talking about.
Gott, er ist Dr. Evil.
You wanted the village fete cancelled so you could have the day off, didn't you?
I already have to work Sundays. I shouldn't have to work 2 days a week.
But how did you know?
Well, my first clue was the smell.
Yes, I do smell of urine.
Next, I noticed that the vicar's tongue was particularly dry, almost as if he'd been licking thousands and thousands of stamps.
Or perhaps eating Mrs. Craven's baking.
Which brings me on to my third clue. The vicar said that he had no more room for jam.
Almost as if he'd had his fill.
Precisely.
But you managed to figure it all out from that?
Well, I also found this at the scene.
That proves nothing. No!
Get him out of here, officer!
You did it, Captain. You could say you ferreted him out.
Hey, come on. Let's go and have a party in my massive garden. I am doing well.
Thanks to you, we're all doing well.
Eine seltsame, ja, recht merkwürdige Sendung.
That was it, the final ever episode of the Notice Board, and what a way to end it. Thank you as always to Jeff, Philippa and Tommy. After the break, we'll be both dancing and learning, so don't change that channel. We'll be right back.
That's the ads. Well done, everybody.
Wow! What a brilliant run, eh?
Alex, this is important. Tonight is our one chance. Please, please play our ad.
I've got 4 kinds of sausage.
For too long.
Hey, you!
Harder for some.
You coming to the after party?
Unlike outsiders, the fans believe that tasty, nutritious food is a basic human right.
Ich habe mit einem B gerechnet, nicht mit einem C, aber naja. Aber die Sendung ist ja mal, ja... Wie soll ich das nennen? Sie ist eigenwillig. Diese Geräusche, die man hier so die ganze Zeit im Hintergrund immer wieder hört. Da schon wieder, komm, schau ich weg.
Please, Sarah, anything.
Sorry, Mum, I'm really not supposed to say.
Are we safe?
Hi, I'm Maddie. Jenny just said to ask if you need a touch-up.
Did she? That's my shade, is it?
Yeah.
This is my shade?
Countries are lining up to join the territories and expand our team.
Okay.
We can run back to Jenny now.
Lovingly prepared and absolutely free.
Sorry about that, Sarah. Nothing you can tell me. At all, like at all.
They've said no one's died, that's all I can say.
10 seconds.
What's wrong with you?
She is in tears.
Ugh.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later in this segment, we're hoping to be able to go back to Patrick Bannon at the scene of tonight's shocking Disrupt attack. But first, I'm delighted to be joined by the cast of the smash hit musical everyone is talking about. I'll be speaking with the cast in a moment, but first, let's take a look at them in action. Please give a warm National Nightly welcome to the Novaries.
Hello? Doctor? Yes, I see. Thank you for letting me know. I have a decent life. I'm a happy, loving wife. And my job is well paid and fulfilling. I have a husband, John. He's due home soon, won't be long. And I have to tell him something that is absolutely chilling. We share coffee in the morning, and we make love every day. We take time alone together to talk and laugh and play. We prioritize our needs. We do charitable deeds. But the flowers
Wie sagt man, irgendwie die Sendung wird gleich unterbrochen.
are now beset by me.
I'm home.
Oh, darling John, dearest John, there's something very wrong. I've just had a conversation with our doctor. David wants so please be seated. This news will make you feel defeated. The scans revealed a lump.
You poor unlucky chump.
Is it cancer? We're so done. We're having a baby.
How can this be?
Oh, woe is me.
Why has this happened to me? I always wear 2 condoms for the maximum of safety.
In our tiny flat, we built a peaceful habitat. Now our lives are fucked. We're having a baby. Now you can't have any wine at book club.
And there won't be any time for foot rubs.
Now your hair will stink of weed.
And you'll start to disagree. And forget about that holiday in Territory 3. No more waking up at 10:30. In fact, you're never going to get a good night's sleep again.
No more snap decisions to go on to a club. You'll be lucky if you even make it out to the pub. Why can't we be more like our gay and lesbian chums?
Bin ich hier rausgekommen gerade?
Now when I take a sick day at home,
the parasite won't leave you alone.
how he's wrong.
We're our top priority.
I look after you, and you look after me. Ain't no trouble and strife. We got a childless life. No one wails and no one walls. No one draws things on the walls.
A happy husband,
a wonderful wife.
we got a childless life.
We're having a baby.
We're having a baby. Changing nappies daily. We're having
Wild rumklicken, wird schon passen. Während sie ihr Baby bekommen.
No more weekends by the coast. Now your kid is uppermost. It's more than a passing craze to have childless days.
We're having a baby.
Food and drink thrown everywhere. Death trap toys at the top of the stairs. Every parent prays to have childless days.
We're having a baby.
No more spas and no more.
We're having a baby.
18 years on bills and leaves. Time for a whole new phase.
Das ist aber eine sehr, ich sag mal, nachrichtenschwache Folge bisher.
One more thing before the show begins. Have you considered that you might be having twins?
Da kriegt er noch ein bisschen Applaus dafür. Wer hätte gedacht, es wird unterbrochen,
Amazing.
dass er vorhin
The Novaries
eine
there,
Erschütterung gab,
treating us to
eine
their
Explosion.
opening number from Elegy for a Childless Life, which is currently the hottest ticket in the capital theatre district, and will be touring the territories later this year. Right then, come on you guys, come on down, let's go, don't be shy.
Hello. Hi, Megan.
Hi.
It's an honour to be here.
Oh, really? Are you fans of the show? Yes. Used to be. Well, listen, let's get stuck in. Your amazing musical. Now, I mean, not only do you perform this show every single night,
With matinees on Wednesday and Saturday.
right, but you're also the show's creators, am I right?
Well, everyone contributed their ideas, and then some of us went away and did the actual work on the script. But no, it's very much a team effort.
Oh, that's fantastic. How rude of me. I've not introduced any of you. I'll be the one being replaced next. Let's go down the line, shall we?
Hi, I'm Jack.
Jim Blunt. Pleasure to be here.
Jennifer Boreham Woodley.
Hello, I'm John Sapley. Used to be in the business professionally.
My name's Jill, with a J.
And I'm Janet. I'm the youngest.
That's incredible. And you were all friends previously. I mean, what a coincidence, right?
Hahaha, ja, was für ein Zufall.
With your names beginning with a J.
Oh my goodness, guys! Our names all begin with J.
How have we never noticed that?
Because you haven't typed them out 1,000 times, maybe?
You knew? Why didn't you say anything?
I thought we all knew.
It's bloody obvious, isn't it? I just thought we were doing a funny thing where we never mentioned it.
And I believe as well as being friends, you're also couples, you know, in real life as well as in the show.
Well, not exactly.
I'm not married to him. I'm with Janet.
And I'm with John, you lucky bean.
Jim and I are married.
4 fabulous years.
Well, that must make for some confusion in the rehearsal room.
Well, you should have seen the first draft. Jen decided that Jack would play Jim, I would play Jack, Jen Janet, Jill Jen, Janet Jill.
What about John?
Well, my character was originally just called Man 1.
It was allegorical.
It was very confusing.
Not for a professional.
After much toing and froing.
And gnashing and wailing.
And gin and tonic.
We decided that we'd just use our own names, which is less
Furchtbar.
We're also less likely to go into the wrong dressing rooms.
Oh God, yeah, that would be very embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Of course, when I first wrote it, we were only meant to run for a few nights at the Mimbley Village Hall, but when I registered it with the Department for Culture, it caught the eye of someone high up, and before you could say overnight sensation, we were transferring to the capital.
It's all been a bit of a roller coaster, really. I'm only 19. I'm the youngest.
You really don't have to repeat that.
I had to give up my job as a mortuary technician.
Well, yes, we all had to move to the capital.
I love that job.
It's been a very turbulent time.
So peaceful, no singing.
This piece isn't.
Stand by, Alex. Censor the orange.
It's about children and why you shouldn't have them.
In a way, I guess it is political, with a small p. After all, we are a solid unit, and eagle-eyed audience members will see we nod our heads to advance on stage throughout, and we target the messaging at women aged 22, well, about 35, as they're the most likely to be afflicted by this terrible problem. Terrible problem.
Having children.
You understand, Megan.
You clearly agree.
Wow, this isn't about me. Of course, we see that there are advantages to a family unit, but eagle-eyed couples watch as the little parasites advance on their lives, and there's no time to play the guitar, get through a book, or watch a movie. They're exhausted, passed out on the couch by 20 to 9, for God's sake.
Very chatty tonight, dear.
Usually I'm the chatty one. Because
you're the youngest, we know. It's not a badge of honour, Janet.
Janet, please, Jennifer. Oh, well said, John. Thanks, Jack. Got you back.
So could you just tell us what is the play about? What happens in it?
Well,
go ahead.
It's a tragedy, obviously. Jennifer, myself, and John have their child, and then the story charts the downfall of their hopes and dreams.
And there's lots of singing.
And dancing.
A lot.
My character works at a menu centre for a distribution unit. Eagle-eyed, she sees her friend's rapid advance to a pit of despair. Becoming a target for children's TV advertising at the age of 22, she decides to take drastic action. I can't really say more, though. I probably said too much already.
Yes. Let's not spoil the second act for anyone who might come to see it.
Which should be all of you. For too long, we've been told that a life without children is somehow incomplete, that children are a blessing. Well, I've done the research, and they're not. Besides, there's already loads of bastards running around all over the place, so...
We just want people to have the option of a happy, child-free life without stigma. You know, when I was 14, before I had come out, I had an experience with a girl called Julia Jacobs. She was an experiment, I guess, you know, a chance to dip my toes into the...
Fascinating. Well, thank you all so much for coming in tonight. I really hope you keep them dancing in the aisles for many performances to come. The noble is there. And I am pleased to say we can now go back to Patrick Bannon to get the latest from the scene of tonight's horrific events. Patrick, are you okay?
Thank you,
Similarly, Patrick
Megan.
Bannon.
This is Patrick Bannon reporting from the scene of tonight's devastating and symbolic attack tonight this evening. An attack which I myself have found myself caught up in. I'm still a little dazed and a little deaf, Megan, so I hope you'll forgive me if I seem that it's time to speak with the Prime Minister. Mrs. Salisbury, that's you. You're still here. The Prime Minister.
I couldn't leave, not when there were people that needed help. Any team player would have done the same. I don't deserve praise for being human.
Yes, no accolades here. Or Palisades? Or lemonade? Right. So, is the situation now? Are we safe?
Yes, the security services performed their duties without hesitation, and I would like to assure the public that although there have been some injuries, there were no civilian deaths here this evening.
Oh, that's good news about the Sorry, did you say no deaths?
That's right. No civilian deaths. Just the 4 disrupt terrorists curtailed by law enforcement, who were, as always, so cohesive.
Diese wird ja auch immer lauter.
If I may, I have a message for your viewers.
Oh, of course, the camera. There's the speak there on the camera there.
Geht aber nichts.
Stay at home tonight. Do not become another casualty of war. Disrupt have had their moment, but as the dear departed Peter Clements once famously said, it ends today.
Thank you, Prime Minister, for those strong words of strength. Back to the studio. Megan, now in the studio with Megan Wolf now.
Patrick Bannon there, bravely reporting from the front line of tonight's horrifying bombing. Maybe you need to get checked out, Patrick. Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's National Nightly News, but before we go, one final thought. Throughout the programme tonight, we've been receiving reports of disrupt activities throughout the territories. Through a series of coordinated attacks, these terrorists are attempting to undermine Advance's vital work. However, sources at team headquarters have told us that this acid revolution was not only predicted, but allowed to happen. Our government have lured Disrupt out from the shadows, and they are not the overwhelming force they would have you believe. The military have been actioned, and, well, it's pretty scary out there tonight, so stay at home and stay with Channel 1, because the team has assured this programme that the turbulence
Das wird
will
wirklich
soon
immer
be
lauter.
over, and we can once again focus our minds on building a new future with equality, fairness and resources for all. My name is Megan Wolf. Let's make tomorrow better.
God, we've made it to the roof. Set up the rocket launcher. Let's silence the monster. Look over the window, Alex. Watch the tower. Come on with that launcher. 2 minutes, sir. That's too long. That's too long. Red fire, sir. Take cover.
Nun. Gibt sogar ein Achievement. It ends today. Ich weiß nicht, was ich dazu noch sagen soll. Wie eigentlich zu vielen Dingen. Auf jeden Fall hat jetzt der Krieg auch uns persönlich erreicht. Haben jetzt mehr oder weniger bei uns vor der Haustür gekämpft. Darauf erstmal schon trinken. Das Disrupt wurde vernichtet. Extrem schwacher Schnitt. Ja. Advance ist zufrieden mit der Sendung. Disrupt hat die Sendung ruiniert. Aber ich habe es erfolgreich mundtot gemacht. Warum haben die Sendung ruiniert? Hat mir noch keinerlei wirkliche Plattform geboten. Gibt meinen vollen Lohn. Nicht täglich besorgt. Aber natürlich der verrückte Neil. Er geht durch die Decke. Advance steigt, Disrupt sinkt. Und mein Chef liebt mich weiterhin. So, gehen wir hier ins Hauptmenü. Das ist dann noch etwas leiser hier auf den Ohren.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
Oh.
Our main headlines tonight.
Ich weiß eigentlich nicht, was ich noch sagen soll, außer mich zu verabschieden. Ich sehe gerade, die Folge ist heute jetzt doch mal wieder ein paar Minuten länger geworden. Aber ich will auch hier nicht mittendrin irgendwo einen Cut setzen, nur damit irgendwie, keine Ahnung. Oder irgendwie kürzere Videos rauszumachen, das ist Das passt bei diesem Spiel überhaupt gar nicht. Da bietet es wirklich nur an, immer am Ende von einer Folge, buchstäblich von einer Folge, einen Cut zu setzen. Naja. Ich würde dann mal sagen, wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal, wenn es weitergeht mit Not for Broadcast. Und dann finden wir bestimmt so langsam heraus, wie dieser ganze Krieg enden wird. Mir schwant ja nichts Gutes dabei. Naja. Nun denn, dann sehen wir uns beim nächsten Mal, wenn wir wieder auf Sendung gehen. Bis denn. Tschüss.
I'm Brad.
And I'm Janet, and we are the last remaining members of the team here.
And we're contractually bound to tell you about the Remington's Fist Territory 1 flash sale.
That's right, Brad. For just 24 hours, all the products in our last satisfaction center are on sale.
Wow, look at all this stuff. Such low prices. Like this. Box of packing peanuts.
Or this bottle of Brad's urine.
Or our deceased colleague's gold teeth.
I can't believe it's all on sale.
Yes, indeed. This place is closing down and everything's gotta go.
No, it's not closing down.
Oh, relocating.
That's right, Brad. Remington's Fist will be back to a territory near you very soon.
Bigger, stronger, and more powerful than ever.
That sounds like demolition. Ah!
Bulldozers.
The Remington's Fist Territory 1 flash sale is now on. Get involved while you still can.
Hello?